Coming up, we've got your November 2019 Las Vegas real estate market update. Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Kristen Thomas, and we're the Thomas Group, your local Las Vegas and Henderson Realtors.
Today we're going to give you your November Las Vegas real estate market update, but just before we do, as you might know, we like to do our market updates on location, and today we're in an area in Green Valley in Henderson called the Arroyo Grande Sports Complex, and I would have loved to have grown up near a place like this when I was a kid. It's got 56 acres of parks. It's got BMX jumps for kids and adults. We were just walking over here and I was watching all the kids and I was really, really jealous. It's got sports courts, baseball fields. It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got loads going on.
Another really great thing is it connects to the Pittman Wash Trail, which is a 4-mile trail that runs all through Green Valley. So it's a great place to walk, bike, rollerblade, which I love doing.
Yeah, and if you're a teen and you like canoodling, you might just be able to spot a couple up on the hill behind us.
We'll keep our eye on them.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the numbers. So for our median sales price last month, we saw a tiny dip. Down to $307,000 for single family residences.
That's pretty standard though, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's totally normal. October, we generally see a little bit dip. But the good news, the major indicator is we're up 4.1% from the same time last year.
Yeah, it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthy. Again, we mention this all the time because I feel that a few years ago we were spoiled with appreciation, double-digit returns in most areas of the valley. So people aren't, realizing that anymore. And a nice 4%, I think, is healthy.
It's very healthy.
Yeah, it's good to see. This is really looked like a strong market.
Yeah, we're pleased with these numbers. All right, and for our units sold for single-family homes, last month we had 2,899 sales. Now that's a little pop, up 5.4% from last month and up 7.9% from the same time last year. That was exciting to see, huh? And it's kind of what you had mentioned in our last market update. And in October you generally see a little jump in sales.
I think there's the timing of the holidays. People want to move in before Thanksgiving or maybe before Christmas, or they don't want to shop in the summer when it's really hot outside. They wait till it's cooled down a little. It's looking really good.
Yeah, that was good to see. And actually, with that little pop, it kind of boosted us up, and we're getting a little bit closer to our overall closings that we saw in 2018. So we're catching up. It's good. We're happy about these numbers that we're seeing.
Yeah, strong market so far. Yeah.
And for new listings for single family homes, we had 3,544 new listings taken. That's pretty stagnant from last month, and it's down 7.9% from last year.
Yeah, so there's a lot less inventory.
There's more sales, fewer new listings being taken, and exactly what you were saying, that translates to a small decrease in inventory. Our units available for sale is 7,210 units, and that's down 1.7% from last month, which, like we said, that's to be expected, and up 4.2% from last year. So because of that, we're seeing the months of inventory has actually decreased down to 2.5.
Yeah, so in terms of months of inventory, what that means for you if you're buying or selling, anything generally under 5 or 6 months of inventory neither favors the buyer nor the seller. 2.5 months of inventory overall throughout the valley is definitely favoring the seller. So it's still looking like a seller's market over the whole.
Right, yeah, and we're seeing that little decrease, which is unusual for this time of year, so something interesting to note. All right, let's get into the condo and townhome numbers. So we have actually seen the median sales price move to $171,250. Now that's pretty stagnant from last month, and it's down 1.6% from last year.
Not a huge difference.
Yeah, not a huge difference, but whereas the single family saw a little bit more appreciation, we're not quite seeing that with the condos and townhomes. Now for units sold, we had 672 units sold, down 1.2% from last month and up 3.5% from last year. So overall sales, we're actually seeing more sales, just the median sales price decline a bit. Now for new listings on condos and townhomes, it was 848, and that's up 2% from last month and down 8.6% from last year. So that's, again, really drastic decline in the number of new listings being taken.
Yeah, there's a reason, I think, for that, but we'll get into that shortly, because a couple of these numbers here are pretty interesting.
Yeah, they were interesting. And now, again, like we said, that directly affects the inventory. So for condos and townhomes, if you were looking to go shopping today, you'd be able to pick from 1,808 units. And that is down 1.2% from last month and up 15.7% from last year.
Yeah, that's a lot more. We were talking about that, weren't we?
Yeah.
And what was really interesting is Kristen told me, which I wasn't even aware of, because I guess I haven't been paying as close attention as you. But there's a ton of builders building new townhomes and new condos like all over the valley right now. And we think that maybe the buyers that, previously would have only had options for condos and townhomes built, maybe the 1980s and the 1990s and stuff, that might be a little dated, maybe not in necessarily, a location they were looking for. These builders have scooped up all this land, in updated condos and townhomes out there, and really maybe stealing the inventory from the resale. And hence why we've got 15% more on the market.
Yeah, that's totally what we're wondering.
Yeah.
Because we are seeing, I'm sure you've seen driving around, new builders are really starting to focus on those condo and townhome sales, which makes sense because a lot of people are getting priced out of single family homes in the neighborhoods they might want to be in. Or they might want a condo and townhome, they don't want the upkeep.
Yeah, and there's less inventory on resale single family homes. So yeah, all factoring in.
So, overall, what do you think about these numbers?
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I was a little worried earlier on this year because it looked like it was stuttering.
Yeah.
And then through the spring and the summer, it's been great.
Right.
And I said to you, I think I remember saying to you a few months ago, for me, it's going to be interesting what happens in the winter months now. And, it looks like all the signals are pointing in a positive direction.
Positive. Right.
Let's see what happens in November and January. December and January. Historically, they're not the best months, for obvious reasons. But again, let's just see. Let's just compare the numbers, and then the numbers are the best guide, for everything, for anything, aren't they?
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed our Las Vegas market update. If you have any questions, don't forget, let us know in the comments. If you want us to cover any subject areas, let us know in the comments. You can always reach out to us on our website, thethomasgrouplv.com, and we'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so to stay in touch with what's happening in Las Vegas and the Las Vegas real estate market. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.